Does anybody remember the show Sagwa, the Chinese Siamese cat? Don't you? Well, you can go blow yourself. Anyways, it was a short-lived PBS kids show about Siamese cats who wrote with their tails. I'm here to talk about a lost episode of the series. I was at a local antique store in my middle of nowhere, Massachusetts town. I was looking for vinyl records and old musical instruments when all of a sudden I saw a VHS tape smack dab next to one of the vinyl crates. I picked it up and it had the writing on it saying, Sagwa! I was surprised and excited at the same time, since I love Sagwa. When I went to the checkout to make my purchase, which consisted of the tape, DeVoe records, the checkout lady, a hippie friend from the best buddies at my high school, noticed the type. She said that I knew I was going to buy it since I love Sagwa, but she was a real life god. She also stated the person who sold it to the store was a retired daycare employee, but she seemed very happy to see the tape is over with. So I arrived home, got my VCR hooked it up on fitting widescreen TV, slammed the tape in and pressed the play on the tape. And then it showed a next on Sagwa thing, but it was just a black screen with nothing there. All that was just Dongwa saying next on Sagwa. Then the funny credits played. Strangely, without sound, and the intro plays normal, except for suddenly, as the sleep dogs hit the screen, the intro transitioned to the cook. The music changed from the iconic to a weird 1980s breakdance beat with some Harlem-sounding guy rapping about China and Siamese cats. It also cut to the footage of the break-in movies from a couple of times. I wondered what the hell was going on, but then I forgot it was just strange and continued watching as the intro faded after the creator's credits come up. I noticed something happened to Amy Tan's names. It faded out. I rewound it and then used the frame and saw that her name changed to... I was shocked, but I pressed play again, figuring it out in my head. This was just a gag considered by some bored production member. Then there was a black screen for 5 seconds, and then a bird-eye view of the village appeared with the title on the screen being On the Ground. I was wondering what this meant. Maybe the episode was centric. Then it cut to Sagwa goofing around in the garden with Dongwa and Shigwa. The sleep dogs appeared and gave chase to the cats. Suddenly, Shigwa passed out and fell down. Everybody stopped and looked at her. Dongwa yelled, Shigwa, are you okay? At the top of his lungs. But no response came. Suddenly, Shigwa coughed up her own blood. I was shocked that the episode made it to air. Then it cuts to a funeral to Shigwa. All the animals were crying, and Mama Meow was shown to be in huge distress. Suddenly, the episode cut to black. Then a What About You segment played, but only Fa was there. He was talking about gambling. This was strange, even for a kid's show, and felt like something that could have belonged to Dingo Pictures' Mockbuster. Then the episode cut to black again, and then I saw Dongwa in the palace. He walked up to Nai and had a very giddy face on. She then said, Oh, Dongwa, you remind me of an old lover I had before Ye, and myself too. She then took off her pin hat and revealed that she had Dongwa's hair too. She then lifted up her tail. Come on, Dongwa, you know what to do it. And then got not saved for work that I had to fast forward through it all. No, I'm not going to explain what happened. Anyways, after it was all done, I stopped on a sudden cut on the dark garden. Sagwa was all alone, playing by herself. Suddenly the sleep dogs appeared again. She then looked at them angrily. She looked mad. She made angry noises, and all of a sudden she ran over the lead dog screaming. All of a sudden she legged to drop the middle lead dog, the one with red bows on her hair, and then she took 3 steps back. She then ripped off her Mao family collar to reveal an identical collar, which was all black and no patterns, and had the NWO logo on white on it. What the hell? Why is there wrestling involved now? I thought. Sagwa then raised her paw in the air and yelled, "Too sweet!" Sagwa delivered a long, winded speech. Well, the first thing you gotta realize is this is the future PBS Kid. You can tell this new meow order of calligraphy, brother. Let me know you something. I made an Amy 10 popular that with everyone beyond the Joy Luck Club. I made publisher exits up there, and when it came to my past, my melon head name, I got bigger than the whole organization, brothers. And then PBS calling Amigo. Some Montreal goons in Sesame Workshop wanted to talk turkey with Sagwa. Well, they promised me a cartoon. They promised me millions of dollars, and they promised me toys. As far as PBS goes, I was as far as Sesame Workshop and Cinegroups. I'm bored, brother. Because if it wasn't for Sagwa, you people couldn't be here. If it wasn't for Sagwa, Gretchen Shields wouldn't be doing that jewelry crap. If it wasn't for Sagwa. All of these Johnny-come-latelys you see every day on PBS Kids wouldn't be here. I was being rented into the ground with libraries while the Zoomers were bombing candy in order to get the energy they need for their stupid show. The magistrate, PBS, and the fans can stick it, brother. Then it cut to the montages, kids booing and people throwing Sagwa merchandise into the trash. It then cuts to a black screen with the white text, Sagwa schedule to team up with Buff Bagwell to take on Clifford the Big Red Dog and Real Sting. It cut straight to the credits with no PBS promo or anything. Then the silent funding credits played again, and the tape cut to static and stopped. After the tape rewound itself and ejected, I called the show production members, and they had the same reply. I don't know what the hell I was talking about, so I mailed Sesame Workshop, and they sent back with a letter saying, "Dear, what the fuck? What you saw was an unauthorized or airing of an unaired episode which not intended for broadcast. This was intended for the series finale, but it didn't test well with the executives or the test audience. Sincerely yours, Sesame Workshop staff." I still like Sagwa, but I hampered my experience as a fan of it as well.